Thou shalt fear Yahweh thy God, him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave, and by his name shalt thou swear. He is thy praise, and he is thy God, that hath done for thee these great and terrifying things, which thy eyes have seen. Thy fathers went down into Mithraim with 70 souls, and now Yahweh thy God hath made thee as the stars of the skies for multitude. Devarim, Deuteronomy, chapter 11. Therefore thou shalt love Yahweh thy God, and keep his charge, and his statutes, and his ordinances, and his commands, always. And know ye this day, for I speak not with your children that have not known, and that have not seen the chastisement of Yahweh your God, his greatness, his mighty hand, and his outstretched arm, and his signs and his works which he did in the midst of Mithraim to Pharaoh the king of Mithraim, and to all his land, and what he did to the army of Mithraim, to their horses and to their chariots, how he made the waters of the Red Sea to overflow them as they pursued after you, and how Yahweh hath destroyed them to this day. And what he did to you in the wilderness, until ye came to this place, and what he did to Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, the son of Reuben, how the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, and their households and their tents, and every living thing that followed them, in the midst of all Yisrael. But your eyes have seen all the great work of Yahweh which he did. Therefore shall ye keep all the command which I command thee this day, that ye may be strong, and go in and possess the land whither ye go over to possess it, and that ye may prolong your days in the land which Yahweh swore an oath to your fathers to give to them and to their seed, a land flowing with milk and honey. For the land whither thou goest in to possess it is not as the land of Mithraim, from whence ye came out, where thou sowedst thy seed, and wateredst it with thy foot, as a garden of green plants. But the land whither ye go over to possess it is a land of hills and valleys, and drinketh water of the rain of the skies, a land which Yahweh thy God careth for. The eyes of Yahweh thy God are always upon it, from the beginning of the year even to the end of the year. And it shall be, if ye shall hearken diligently to my commands, which I command you this day, to love Yahweh your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give the rain of your land in its time, the former rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy grain, and thy new wine, and thy oil. And I will give grass in thy fields for thy cattle, and thou shalt eat and be full. Take heed to yourselves, lest your heart be deceived, and ye turn aside, and serve other gods, and worship them, and the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you, and he shut up the skies, so that there shall be no rain, and the land shall not yield its fruit, and ye perish quickly from off the good land which Yahweh giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and ye shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for forth between your eyes. And ye shall teach them to your children, talking of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of thy children in the land which Yahweh swore an oath to your fathers to give them, as the days of the skies above the earth. For if ye shall diligently keep all this command which I command you, to do it, to love Yahweh your God, to walk in all his ways, and to cleave to him, then will Yahweh drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall dispossess nations greater and mightier than yourselves. Every place whereupon the sole of your foot shall tread shall be yours, from the wilderness and the Lebanon, from the river Purat, even to the hinder sea shall be your border. There shall no man be able to stand before you. Yahweh your God shall lay the fear of you and the dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he hath spoken to you. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. The blessing, if ye shall hearken to the commands of Yahweh your God, which I command you this day, and the curse, if ye shall hearken not to the commands of Yahweh your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known. And it shall be, when Yahweh thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, that thou shalt set the blessing upon Mount Gerizim, and the curse upon Mount Raival. Are they not beyond the Jordan, behind the way of the going down of the sun, in the land of the Canaani dwelling in the Arabah, opposite the Golgol, beside the oaks of Moreh? For ye are to pass over the Jordan to go in to possess the land which Yahweh your God giveth you, and ye shall possess it, and dwell therein, and ye shall observe to do all the statutes and the ordinances which I set before you this day.